Alright, so, gosh,
Alright, that should be fine.
Fefner, when did this campaign start? Like, what month was it when this campaign started?
It was like June or July.
In
It was
universe, right? In universe. This is
oh, in universe. I gotta check.
I just need to establish a time frame here.
July 2nd, 9329.
And what month is it now? In universe.
I don't know. I haven't actually been.
It was like October. We did October, and then like we moved into November, so it's like mid-November now.
I think I had some note. It's actually been a little while since I've kept track, but I did do future notes, and I think it's actually about like December 15th, apparently.
Oh, geez, we're getting close to Christmas, everybody.
Shit.
All right. Well, I would like you to. I mean, let's talk about that, everybody. I guess it's December 15th. What's the year again?
9329. That, of course, is New Galaxy years, NGY, because we're date-wise, that's a little ahead of like the actual canon timeline in Lancer.
So
Same
again,
general time as when Wallflower happens, but like
the Hex Girls started what month again?
July 2nd, so
Okay.
right at the start of July.
So from July to December, 5 months, almost half the year, y'all have been at this. How do you feel?
So tired.
Grateful.
Snap time. So much has changed in just 5 months.
I mean, you weren't going constantly, so
Yeah.
like we're fine. I'm
Isadora kind of figured she'd be out of here in like a month.
Pay's good. Company's okay. Company's got tolerable. Tolerable? You know, Bryn, you never did set up like satisfaction questionnaires or anything like that. Can you rate your experience in our company? I think like as you're all heading over to the old fortress that you all met up with, like Quinn is jokingly, very excitedly though, she's very excited to meet her girlfriend in real life. Like jokingly posting up like this corporate like questionnaires of
No, Bryn doesn't want that information. If someone sends a nice email thanking him, he'll use that on the website. But he doesn't want to get feedback.
No, not just from
My pronouns are nothing and none. Do not talk to me. I do not wish to be deceived.
Once that check clears, whatever.
A lot of you who might even exist. No, what I'm saying is like not just from like our clients, fuck our clients, but also our clients are fine, I guess. But no, the employees, the quote unquote employees.
Don't want to know that either.
Yeah. No, well, we're not. You're not employees. Not really.
Wait, what you mean? Like his co-founders?
We're independent contractors.
I mean, like the impression I got is that we're basically a pirate crew.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, like Bryn is the one who technically gets paid, but we all equally divide the spoil, and we're paid on a per job basis. So, like, by maritime law, we're essentially privateers.
Well, technically, the station also gets a share, so you don't get. It's not as much as you think.
Again, like, literally, that's a privateer thing.
I just want
Yes, exactly.
to know that by just talking to me at all, by ever having said a word to me, you have acknowledged and gotten into joinder with me.
I think we're all technically subject to Twitch terms of service as well.
Twitch will probably cancel Quinn's service after this. She's still up as pro gamer default, but her follower numbers are down after like Deliverance came out and did its thing, and a bunch of fascists showed up, and all the decent people left. But then like her moderators banned all the fascists too, so she's down to only a couple.
No,
million subscribers.
unless you see someone sees some tits on that thing or some copyrighted music, you're fine. Those are the two things.
She lost a subscriber is the thing. It's not about.
They don't care about that. As long as people are still giving you bits, they don't give a shit.
Yeah. So regardless, y'all regroup at the old fort defended months ago, but on your way there, Bryn, you get a call, like over the matchmaker, over the communications that have been set up since you blew down the thing. It's basically from Freya, because Svava's still a bit inconvenienced. She's still recovering from her injuries. And she tells you that they are on the death sites right now. And she informs you that Rayo Tavris is on the planet, and they've made the proper negotiations to get this underway, to get Kovanen into your grip. Are you still down for this? Are you still willing to take this girl into your care and get her out of here, because we have the whole thing planned out?
Yes, you're gonna blow up that ship.
Well, we are that blowing up the ship is part of the plan, but not part of getting Kovanen out of there. Just part of getting Deliverance out of space. These are two.
That's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. So she explains to you that Swava set this up with Lionel, that there's this planet called Temperance in boundless space. What Rhea has been doing, and what Swava has been doing, and what Lionel and other entities have been doing this entire time, has basically been talking to a bunch of people who have negative sentiments towards Deliverance, whose feelings have been brushed aside, and the Confederates, etc., have been trying to get them back into the fold. What's going on here on this planet is this negotiation going on between the Union and the Corporation is actually part of a bigger effort to show Deliverance's true colors. And that with the communication system that Deliverance had controlled broken down, after you broke down the radio towers, there's no way for anything that goes on this planet to get to Deliverance in time for Deliverance to change anything. What we show goes. So please actually let Quinn stream this time.
Brenda shrugs.
There's no way.
I don't think I've ever stopped her before.
Mm-hmm. Freya then says that the plan is basically very simple. Kovanen needs to be there as a representative for how good Deliverance is. They're going to stand in front of this organization between this discussion between the Corporation and the Union, and come to an amicable resolution with the Common Front and Deliverance standing there, because they are both factions who are basically in conflict over this. After that, Rhea's going to immediately start a huge party with gun shooting in the air, hootenanny, beer banging on barrels kind of shit. And in that chaos of an immediate eruption of partying, you're just going to drag Kovanen out of there, kicking and screaming if you have to. And by the way, she is going to have to kick and scream, even though she has agreed to do this. Get her onto the Adalith and get her to Temperance, that planet that Lionel has set up in boundless space. And we'll try to talk to her as soon as we can, to get her to understand that her part in this war is over. She's been through so much. Just let these
kids let's worry
out.
About that part after the mission, please.
But the thing is, Quinn doesn't know that this is what's going on, that we've set up the entire kidnapping. But yes, this is happening. She lays out the entire order of operations to you. So now you know, right? That this is happening.
I know this. Yep. No one else does.
Yep.
I'm not going to share it.
Yep. So when you arrive, you get there. You get to the hangar. The old fort that you defended months ago. And Kovanen is there in the flesh. And there are Wooloo guards surrounding it. You can see on this lovely map. Some of them are pretty banged up in a very nasty way, because getting that communications expert to the communication sub was highly defended and protected. But they've layered up these projected shields in layers upon layers, so nothing can get in here. And the Wooloos are on high alert. And there's nobody here that isn't a Wooloo. There is no Deliverance. This is completely held by anti-fascist forces. So Kovanen is here. She's completely secure. And she's able to just be standing outside of her mech in just her hard suit, with a thoughtful expression on her face as she assesses the damage. Because that javelin she got hit with last session is still impaled through the torso of her mech. And it actually barely missed her mech's core.
That'll probably buff out.
Yeah, that's what you say as you walk in. She turns to look at you, and she smiles. And you see, if anybody is looking at Quinn's reaction, she just kind of freezes in step. And she was angry, at Kovanen at the start, but she's completely forgotten her anger. Right? She actually, just jumps out of her mech. Tears out of it, and practically falls to the ground in excitement to meet Kovanen face to face.
Jumped like 20 feet off the ground.
Yeah, she hit the ground really hard. She's like, ah! She's doing like the Peter Griffin hiss. She's making such a good impression on her girlfriend. So Kovanen is only 5'2". She'll probably grow a little bit more, but yeah, she's still, puberty has not been kind to Kovanen. She's got dark brown skin. She's muscular, but she has that kind of stringy street rat muscle. Not
Probably all the stress.
Yeah, not that chiseled, sculpted muscle that one might expect from like the kind of renowned soldier that she is. Her eyes are brown. They're kind but tired, and she has messy brown hair, but it's cut short. And she's in a smart black and silver uniform, adorned with medals and marks of rank. It was tailored to fit her and make her look good, but she still seems dwarfed by it. She's almost out of place in it, regardless of the confidence and comfort she's attempting to project. Well, Quinn's like 5'9" and will probably keep growing. And she's all pale and noodly and wearing that hideous, obnoxious gamer dress. The pro gamer jersey dress that every
Oh yeah, the one that the artist refused to draw, right?
The artist refused to draw.
Mm-hmm. You would be in a hard suit right now.
Kovanen takes in all of you with a warm, friendly smile, but her gaze falls on Quinn last, and her expression softens even more momentarily before hardening again, and she speaks to you. We can freely talk here, finally. Hello, all of you. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, actual face to actual face. I'm Kovanen, and she beams. The secret comms are up and running, and I see you've already patched in.
Well, it's nice to finally talk to you, not having to... You go first.
I can see over the stream, she says with a chuckle. Quinn is stunned to silence. She has not even said anything yet. She's just standing there like a jaw agape, like in a Looney Tunes way. But mission accomplished. Kovanen looks so awkward. But immediately, finally, like, Quinn snaps out of it. Like, in fact, her mech will just nudge her, because, Nola's in there, like, give her, like, a little push, and immediately she puts on her default act. Like, you can see her suddenly puff up as she looks Kovanen up and down, and speaks snidely. Well, if it isn't the legend herself in the flesh. I have to admit, even after the VR, I was expecting you to be bigger. And Kovanen's like, I already told you, I've heard enough. I've heard that a lot. It's a big image and reputation that has been manufactured for me. It would be difficult, I think, for anybody to match it. And Quinn, in default mode, says, no, you're just right enough. And then there's this awkward silence between these two girls.
Bryn will step forward and say, so... Yeah, I don't think we have a lot of time until the next thing, so...
Yeah, Kovanen looks down at her PDA and frowns and, like, shoots off a couple messages. Yeah, I have no idea. Let me see when the meeting is supposed to take place. We'll know when Rhea gets back to me. She's on the communication network, too. Until then, I guess she gestures, we got food, we got drinks. And then Kovanen looks back over at Quinn and says, you're about what I expected. Yeah, well, I gotta stay true to the brand, right? And Kovanen, like, frowns and says, how about you not?
That's what I've been saying. I like this girl.
This is our first in-person meeting, and I'd like it to be a real one. And Quinn frowns back and says, you're... Kovai. That song you played out there, did you mean it? And Kova actually blushes and says, yeah, Quinn, I meant it. And Quinn starts trembling and says, you... God, I'm so relieved. Kova, we've been at each other's throats for God, I don't even know how long. So I thought you were just putting up an act. Okay, fine. I'm dropping my act. What the fuck? And they, like, start, it comes, like, we're in front of, like, all these people, stop it, like, chill out. She gestures for all of you to, like, drink as they kind of pull each other aside and have this discussion. So feel free to like role play it, but I'll be kind of quietly over here having a discussion with myself. As Coven tells Quinn that she's not a smart person sometimes, but she was really wrong about Quinn. And Quinn tells Coven that she was wrong about her too. And they smile warmly and adoringly at each other, and they still have not touched.
Well, being a teen, eh?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Sylvia just looks at this whole thing and goes like, you know, I didn't think I was better adjusted than anyone, but I'm starting to wonder. And like just snidely, like very, very carefully, like moseys over a little bit closer to Lyra and just goes like,
I remember being this age. It was wonderful. I was operating very large mining lasers in deep, deep, dark tunnels at this age. It was very nice.
Sounds hot.
I feel like you had a different adolescence than the rest of us did, Lyra.
Mm-hmm. That's not the norm. Your experiences are not universal, says Noel from Quinn's neck.
Thank you, Noel.
Mm-hmm. Coven says, speaking of me not being a smart person, I left you a voicemail in the matchmaker, but just delete it, please, okay? I was
me?
angry. Yeah, Coven's saying that to both you and Quinn. She looks at you too. And, like, yeah.
Bryn says, I already listened to that.
Ah, fuck. Well, I look to Quinn. Hey, I was dumb. I was angry. It was a very dumb and angry message, and I'm way less angry now. And also, I worked things out with Bryn and the rest of your friends' family. And Quinn's like, what? And Coven looks to you and says, do you want to be the one to tell her?
Let's leave that for later. After the mission.
And Quinn's like, what are you doing from me? No! Tell me now. She like gets very bratty, like stomps her foot. No! What's going on?
Look, you'll have plenty of time once we get off the ground. We're gonna need to make a quick retreat, but once we're in space, you'll have a few moments.
We? And Coven and Nazadar, yeah. You were right. It's okay to choose myself sometimes. You, however, choose yourself way too much. But it's what got us here, isn't it? We both need to learn to be a little less stubborn, and I'm looking forward to that. Is it alright if I meet your family? Oh, what, like, in some official capacity? Yeah, I guess, officially in, like, an arrogant way, if that's okay with you? Well, that's a term I'm happy to hear, but stop joking around! You really think I'm joking? And she glances back over to the rest of you and says, all right, they don't. And she smirks. I told her I'd officially like to be her fiancé, I guess is the best word for it. If she's okay with that, and then I am. And then she looks back over at Quinn and says, so? And Quinn just, like, she's gone. She's just ethered out of existence. Like, she's just audibly smashing, just completely destroyed by this. And Covenant
well, good. Then good. You can come roleplay with us instead of yourself.
Yep. And Covenant says, I'm going to take that as a yes. And she comes over to you all and starts roleplaying with all of you, leaving Quinn just standing there. I'm going to be roleplaying with Covenant for the scene for a while, y'all. As my own PC is a complete wreck. So you must be Sylvia Reynard. And she offers you a drink. I think we owe at least some of the success to you, and your reputation precedes you. It's good to finally meet you in person.
I wouldn't say you owe a ton of it to me. If it weren't for Bryn, none of us would be here right now, and I mostly just smacked heads. And it turned out some of them were the right heads to smack, apparently. And yeah, Sylvia just accepts the drink.
Relatable. Sometimes it needs to be done with a little head smashing. She grins. And Quinn's just watching this. It's just trying to process as Covenant moves over to you, Lyra. So, you're Lyra Wolfstan, yes? Is everything sorted out with the
clans? She will say that the clans are doing all right. Some of them have returned to the more ordered parts of space, and it has been an adventure, but there's not much that can really threaten the clan home mothership if it doesn't want to be in trouble.
You might be needing to bring that ship, she says, gesturing up in space to other fields in the very near future.
We intend to.
You know, Deliverance was gonna be meddling in clan affairs and trying to, like, round you all up and shit. And I thought about messing with that, but I figured it'd be more respectful to keep out of it. So I'm really glad that you all were able to not...
Wait.
not
They were gonna try and mess with the clans?
They were.
And someone just sits there for a second, she goes like, oh my god, I feel so sorry for them.
Yeah, I think they smartly got distracted by other things.
It would have gone very poorly.
Let's hope so. And Quinn's still gaping as Kavanna keeps talking to all of you, as Kavanna heads over to you, Isadora, and like fishes out like some wine, some very fancy wine, and offers it over to you.
Isadora accepts.
For you. It's very, very fancy. This Bryn, this is enviable quality wine. You like Isadora, yeah? Yeah.
Indeed. We have spoken before when we got off on the wrong foot.
I was about to say. I panicked, and I hope I can rectify that bad start now if I haven't already.
Well, neither of us had equal ground at that point.
I hope Hyrule isn't being too much of a handful for you.
Nothing I can't take care of.
She smiles. This is from our people, our land. It's from Denmark. She taps it.
Your people know how to make a good wine.
We
Perhaps once Deliverance is out of the way, we can get back on making it.
I'd like that a lot. I looked through a bunch of the tourism brochures for the place. We've really got our work cut out for us.
Yeah. Hyrule, of course, has mentioned that before.
I'll have to show it to you sometime. I uploaded it, actually, onto the Matchmaker. Tagged it.
I'll give it a look, then.
She smiles and turns and says, ah! And she walks over to you, Bryn. Finally. It's good to meet you, Bryn Zamari. She pronounces it correctly.
Bryn grins. He's happy that she did this.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, you know, I never really thought of getting embroiled in a intergalactic conflict when I started this. I really just didn't want to get a real job, and I only had a certain set of skills. But it worked out, didn't it?
Yeah, so far so good. Let's keep it that way. She grins. It always amuses me how real the non-real jobs become.
Well, you know, I had to do a little bit of deprogramming myself, but hopefully this doesn't... Well, I mean, you know how our missions have gone in the past, so just keep an open mind with what happens in the future.
Yes, Quinn has... I mean, I've watched most of the streams, and Quinn will always send me her highlights. Before this weird personality shift in her, which I approve of, by the way. You've done good work.
I'm sure there's someone making clips and putting them on YouTube, on the Space YouTube.
Space
Cooksie's out there, clipping default.
She leans in close and drops her voice and says, "Thank you for looking out for me."
Yeah, it's kind of weird that happened in the first place, but I'm not complaining about it.
Yes.
I'm literally doing my best.
I think that's the best we can hope for. They pull out like some barbecue, some like tasty barbecue, and some roasted vegetables in case any of you are vegetarians. Some stuffed bell peppers, and she'll eat a bit of it, you know, pick at it. And then, like, she hasn't even acknowledged Quinn at all. She's just hanging out with all of you.
just let her process for a couple minutes. It's fine.
She finally, there's a blip on her PDA, and she looks down at it, and she frowns. Gosh. If only I could. We got about, I'd say 30, 45 minutes. Rhea says she could stretch it to 45. so you can, play some cards and stuff with them.
Ugh.
45, huh? All right, that's the time I'm going to be giving to the ship then.
Yeah, we probably should do some maintenance on our mechs before we go.
Yeah, let me see if we can get a look in on that. She'll like whistle, and some of the Wooloos will clamber down from their mechs. Yeah, something that you'll notice is these kinds of mechs, Isadora, and even I guess Sylvia, you're from back then too, and Bryn, you're ancient too. I forgot. You haven't seen these mechs in years, like decades, hundreds of years.
These are non-corporate mechs,
Yeah,
right?
these are ancient. This is lost tech. Like if you're familiar with BattleTech, this is the kind of stuff that they lost the ability to make because the wars.
Oh, this is like some massive vault shit.
This is because all the wars destroyed all the things able to make these. This is like shit that shouldn't exist out here.
Where did you get your hands on all of these?
Coven and thumbs over at Quinn.
Quinn, how did you know where they could get their hands on these?
So, those archives I found, they came pre-tagged with a previous user. I have no idea what happened to them, and a lot of their tags were on some very grotesque stuff. So I just decided to ignore their tags completely, but we're in a war. So I released all that tagged information to everybody. That's in the matchmaker. Not to the whole of the galaxy, just to us. That's
Yeah.
why,
So a bunch
of
that's why I got the design for my mech, she says, tapping the Jenner fondly. This is completely lost to time.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, the corporations phased these out, at least in Overture. Don't know much about any other regions in space, but...
They don't show up around the rim anymore, I can tell you that. The last time I saw a frame that looked like this, it was halfway to junk, and it was being sold off for scrap.
Yeah. At that, like, Quinn says, are you even going to talk to me at all? Kofa is like, pretending she's not. They got like this interaction going. All right.
Quinn, it's repair time.
Yeah. Quinn goes to like start fixing up her mech, but as she moves to walk away, Kova sighs and goes over to her. All right, fine. Hello, Quintessence Sayer. Quinn gestures. So come on, I'm gonna fix my mech. We can talk over there. And Kovanen nods, and she says, hello, Kovanen, whatever your surname is, blood name, whatever. You were right about the translations being less impactful. And they talk, like, quietly with each other as Quinn starts, like, buffering the damage out of her mech because she took quite a bit of damage there.
Alright, well, we're gonna have to make do with how we can repair here. Gillian cannot get into airspace until we make our getaway.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there's shit up there that would blow anything in that isn't the Aetolith.
The Aetolith won't be able to come in until we're about ready to leave either.
Yeah.
Don't want to tip anyone off.
Mm-hmm. And the Aetolith will
Fine.
only be able to
Field
come
maintenance.
In. Yeah. Aetolith will only be able to come in because you'll be told, like you were told, Brain, because like people will be making a distraction and drawing away the air patrols to chase them, so the Aetolith can come in and grab you and get you out.
I know how this works.
Yep. So, yep.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do your repairs. No, you're not going to be able to make any kind of downtime rolls or anything like that. You can change out your weapons and loadouts if you want, and you could talk about doing that, but you can't really do much in terms of like licenses or anything like that.
Yep. Your mechs can't be retrieved by Gillian as they normally can.
So you
He
can't
is
swap out your
preparing the
mechs or
ship.
anything like that.
Oh, so we cannot switch mechs?
Cannot switch mechs.
Nope.
Okay, that's fine. I wasn't going to anyway. Well, I was thinking about it, but that's fine.
No, I kind of figured that we were doing field repair for this, so I literally just brought what I wanted on the mission
I mean, you
with
could,
my initial loadout.
you could make a charm roll to get one of these Wooloos to give you one of their king crabs or something, but...
I mean, I would actually, here's a question.
Uh-huh.
Well, no, these are Wooloos. They're not. I was gonna say this would be a good time to charm that one of those lances off of someone. No, like
that one that's
Sylvia's
sticking
already
in,
got
Like
her.
Kovanen gave you.
Have
not
hammer,
Kovanen,
will
it wasn't
travel.
Kovanen, I think it was S gave Sylvia the print for one of the lances that they made in exchange for the chain axe to overclock. So it's not like you couldn't print one out, but
isn't there one sticking out of Kova's mech right now?
That's a javelin from a mech that is not in a Shy Lance.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the main
Never
problem
mind.
with not being able to get the lances to do the 4d4 damage that Kovas does is you just don't have the material to feed into the printer. It requires a unique material on Den Haag.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh,
Wow.
you know, I'm going to actually make a roll for repairing Coriander since he doesn't have the normal stuff.
Yeah, please.
11. I'll give him a few HP back. I think he's
Give him
at
some HP back.
12 before,
He
so...
took some damage. I didn't keep track. You were supposed to do that, but yeah.
Did he get
it's like 12 or
structured?
13.
He
doesn't have structure.
Not quite got structured, but if he gets blown up, he just gets blown. If he dies for real, and we all be sad. But then we upload him again.
Yeah, he's not safe. He's not a NHP, so it's fine.
Kova, you hear like loudly, "If I told you my surname, you'd start using it." And Quinn says, "You say that if it's a bad thing," so they're still bickering over there as Quinn's fixing her mech.
Have they still not touched each other?
They still have not touched each other.
I have a thing for when that happens.
Okay. And finally, she looks like now her mech. She just repairs. She repairs her mech, which she just named Quinn. The mech is just named Quinn, because yeah. And Kova, then she looks over at Kova's mech and says, "Are you gonna get that fucking javelin out of your mech?" And Kova's like, I'm kind of like the aesthetic look, actually. It's kind of cool.
It's fine. That mech's not long for this world. Let's be honest.
And Quinn says, "Kova, I'm sorry. I should have protected you better. I'm capable of protecting my... It's not your job to protect me. It's mine." And she gestures vaguely, indicating, the Wooloos, theirs. And I don't see it as some kind of job. Why can't I protect you too? I just still don't think you should even be here.
Oh my god, this is a no you hang up conversation.
This is why they have not touched. Like, they're still angry at each other. There's still this bickering between them. But
so as they're doing this bickering, Sylvia will literally walk in between the two and just look at one, then look at the other and go like, maybe we should debate about who should be where after we're out of the war zone, kids.
Yes, these literal children in the war zone.
War crimes are happening here. She's right. But I am here, and I thought you wanted this. Are you okay? And Kova is like, why wouldn't I be okay? And Quinn looks at you, Sylvia, and then looks back at Kova and says, "It would take me years to list up all the reasons why you wouldn't be okay."
Oh my god, neither of you are okay.
Kid, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all are fucked up. I sympathize. I've been there. Right now, right now, things are a little tense. Don't worry about it. Just do yourselves a favor and kiss or something. Just literally enjoy the moment. Y'all get to be kids exactly once in your lives, and I don't think either of you have ever taken advantage of that. Quinn almost has, and I'm going to be honest, I debate some of those times.
What are you talking about? When have I almost have? And Kova starts laughing.
Just let us worry about this one.
I mean, I'm still here. Like, I had just so much fun. But don't, hey, says Kova, don't start arguing with her too. And Quinn looks over. Is this because I told you? And then Kova says, just interrupts her. Stop! Don't! No! Okay. She's right. I'm tired of this. And she's meaning like this act that they're even now putting up where they're arguing with each other, right? I'm ready for different. And so she's saying, I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave. And so soon we'll be able to meet face to face, talk in person, not just again, but for a very long time. And it won't have to be like this ever again. And Quinn says, I'd like that a lot, and I look forward to that. And she's like,
All right.
yeah, me too. And they actually take hands. Holy shit, yes. We got hand holding, folks.
Okay,
We did it.
No, hold on. A thing happens.
Objection.
No, hey, hold on.
God.
The Final Fantasy X2 Victory theme plays from your mech.
Yes! She did actually fix it, by the way, so it's been playing after every fucking fight, but after Isadora broke it, and she had to manually do it that last fight, so she's surprised when it plays, when she didn't, like, when it didn't, she laughs, and they both start laughing, and Kova's like, isn't that the thing that plays whenever you win a fight? And Quinn starts laughing harder, and says, yeah, we want to fight.
Perfect.
Kova squeezes her hand and says, about that voice message I left you, you should delete. I left a new one, so just listen to that one, okay? I guess I should go. You'll keep streaming no matter what, right? And Quinn's like, I thought you hated my streaming, but of course. And
This is PR time.
yeah. So I was like, well, yeah, wish me luck. And if you need luck, then maybe you should just come with us now? I don't want it to be so dangerous that you need luck. It's just a turn of phrase. Well, if we're using terms of phrase, then I'll await you as Hyrule de Jera. Well, I'll return just as surely. And then they just stand there awkwardly.
Alright, you know what? You gotta get your mech so we can blow it up later. Come on.
Let's go. Kova goes to get in her mech, and she does. She just climbs up into the mech with the javelin still in it. But for a moment before she does that, they just linger. They're like trying to prolong that moment, as there's no physical barrier preventing them from closing all this distance. And there's this palpable yearning. But Kovanna again gets in her mech, and Quinn's face just falls when Kovanna turns away, and starts to pilot away with a single backwards glance. And Quinn shouts, wait! Don't go!
Literally like a half an hour, Quinn.
Yeah.
It's fine. Get in your mech. It's business time.
It says you feel him going, and they have like this big talk. But the main thing is that Quinn makes her get back out of the mech and yell at each other. They yell at a bunch. And the main issue here is that Quinn just hugs her. Like, they have this big fight where she tells her that she's, like, being a D-tier fiance, but I don't want to roleplay with myself too much. And Quinn just hugs her. Finally, the hug has happened. And Quinn asks her why she's awful at this. And tells her that she wanted to hug her for forever. And Kova says she wanted to hug her for forever. And then they start crying. It's so gay. And Kova tells her her name, her common name, which is Rasha. Which is why her name on this map is Rasha. And Quinn laughs and tells her that she's their Quinn, quintessence Thatcher Sayer. And then she says that she is thinking of changing it. And Rasha laughs and says, that's good, because you're going to have to change it in a moment. And Quinn's head tilts in confusion. And Rasha continues and says, like, so, for example, the family name Sayer, it's not going to be that way for much longer, since they outnumber us. And Quinn's very confused. You're not making any sense. And Rasha glances around and motions for Quinn to lean in closely. And so Quinn does. And Rasha whispers something to her and grips her tightly. And Quinn's like, well, what was that? And Rasha tells her that she just told her her chosen name. Which is one of those qualifiers for that weird term that they've been fighting over for months. You can't take it back. Yeah, I know, and I'm fine with it. And Quinn's like, well, don't I have to say it? No, not really. Saying it is optional. And Quinn's like, I know you need to hear it though, and I need to hear it too, for some absurd reason. But I swear to you, I will say it one day. We have the rest of our lives together. Concoct a way for you to teach me what the term does. That weasels out of whatever you're trying to avoid doing, unless we break up. And Rasha nods, and she's like, I'm gonna be honest with you. As much as I hunger to know the term, I really don't care anymore. I don't care if I ever hear the actual special term for as long as I live. I could go the rest of my life never knowing the exact words and die a happy woman, but I can't imagine my life without you, so just table the confession, okay?
I like how Jenna says she's not going to roleplay, and then she roleplays more.
And then Quinn just, like, Kova nods, and then Quinn just pulls out her PDA and starts fiddling with it. And Kova's like, Rasha's like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I have to update my name. I have to change my name. And she's like, okay. Wait, you don't have any weird, like, she looks to you, Bryn, like, you don't have any, like, weird cultural things that you have to do for this? And
right now, when you get a mech, because we have to go to a fight.
Yep.
We can do logistical things later. Get in your mech, for the love of God.
Quinn gets in your mech and says, and shoots you over the information. She says to you, I'm updating my Lancer information. And she says,
I'm pretty sure I have to sign that because I'm still your legal guardian.
Yep, you gotta sign it as my legal guardian, because you're...
I will sign it when you get in your mech.
She is, she's getting your mech. Koba, I need
Hold
my
on a
dad's
moment.
permission. I need my dad's
I'm gonna-
permission.
I'm not signing it.
What? Well, if you don't sign it, we're just eloping.
Get in the robot, Quinn.
She's in the robot. She holsters up.
Brandon just has his face, his hands.
Russia heads
So-
off.
So anyway, what was that 9 for anyway?
I don't know.
Oh, that. If the scene went on too long, I was going to try and retroactively justify that if it was a successful roll as take someone out for knocking Kova out and going like, oh look, I solved the kidnapping problem.
No.
No, we gotta blow up her mech. It's important.
Yeah. You get over to where the chat is supposed to be happening, and I didn't make a map for it, but Rhea is there, and she's waiting with the union representatives and the rest of the representatives. And Bryn, you grab paperwork. You have to accept the paperwork as her legal guardian, as Quinn's legal guardian now. You have to give permission for her to do this. The message basically reads, hey Dad, is it okay if I get culturally married to this girl I've only known a couple months? Please, click yes.
We'll talk about it when we get home.
Rude.
But Dad, can't I rush into a relationship with my long-distance girlfriend?
I want a U-Haul lesbian with my
It's the lesbian cultural weapon and also method of being.
Yeah.
Bryn hits the little icon in the email client to like flag that as important, but does not do anything with it.
Deal with this
You're totally
later.
As they get out, like Quinn settles down next to Rasha and says, "We're just gonna elope," and Rasha just kind of nods. Yep, we're eloping. This is how eloping happens. You're not invited. You're not invited to the wedding. She yells over at you.
Bryn calms Scarlet. Sylvia is like, do we have to kidnap both of them now?
No.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, absolutely. This was always a bad plan, except for the part where we rescued Kova.
It's gonna be so loud on the Flavor Town from now here on out, isn't it?
Just put
You thought it was quiet before?
Fine.
Comparatively.
No, Quinn, like.
Oh,
remember-
Ren, hun, you haven't been soundproofing your room for the past month? I'm sorry, man. Look, Lyra and I do action movie night every Thursday that we're on base. There's popcorn. We're completely chill. Just slip into our room if you need like a few minutes to focus on nothing. We're usually really quiet. We kind of just snuggle, and it's
That's not what I meant. But You know what? Whatever. He turns his comm off. Stops this conversation.
I was trying to help.
So,
What could it be?
Quinn will get a notification, or Rhea will walk over to Quinn and say, "We have a thing that I need one final thing from you." And Quinn sighs and says, "Rhea, I have literally just gotten married. You are ruining my life."
Aw.
And Rhea laughs. This is dumb, but look, one year, I don't know if you remember her. She name drops the person, a moderator in your chat. Her dad is one of the big important people in the corporation. And because the corporation secretly hired mercenaries to blow up the radio towers, they need you to show up and do some image rehab for them and pretend that that was a big mistake so that we can gloss all this over. They're still going to be making a bunch of concessions, but you're going to need to go over there and do that as default for your fan. And Quinn groans and pinches at her nose. And Rasha's like, "Wait, we're married?" And Quinn's like, "Yes, we're married." Oh. Okay. It was that easy.
You're not legally.
Literally legally married. You can't stop us! I guess I'll go do that then. So Quinn starts heading back over to her mech, grumbling, and Rasha's like, "Wait, well, you're not gonna just do the negotiation?" And Quinn's like, "I mean, the negotiation can't happen until I let the corporation pretend that they didn't like fucking didn't do Pinkerton shit." And Rasha's like, "What's Pinkerton shit?" And Quinn just throws up her hands and gets in her mech. Wait! Don't we have to like kiss or something? Oh yeah, we should probably do that.
Oh my god.
Later! And she heads off. These girls will never kiss. I have a wiki! What's the wiki? She's gone. So you're left there. That's very prickly. Like, the union reps are standing there, like, armed to the teeth, right? With their arms closed. There's, like, a big, burly forewoman there. And the common front represents the union. So Rhea goes and walks over to the union and just, mends some fences and says, don't worry. I'm sure the corporation will give us the answers that we are due. And you guys are just kind of here to kind of oversee, right? Keep things peaceable as a neutral party, right? You're peacekeepers. So you just get to sit in your mechs and watch as Quinn goes and does this dumb shit, right? So...
well, it depends.
Is she getting out of her mech?
Who?
Quinn.
Quinn left. She has to go into the mind and do the thing to make up this do default bullshit to.
Okay, I need to ask: is this just the way to get the GM PC out of the fight, or,
yes.
or what's actually happening here?
It's a way to get the GM PC out of a fight that is about to happen.
Okay, then we're fine with it.
Yeah, Rasha gets out of her mech and goes and stands over by the corporation and just like frowns, and just basically says, "You have some explaining to do. We don't take kindly to the kind of stuff that has been suggested has been going on here. Deliverance is a force of liberation and good in the galaxy," she says, dying inside. The black it's like, wow, the black sheep go in and gasps across the crowd. Anyway, Quinn streams the whole thing. She goes into these fucking mines several miles away, right, and fucking talks to the people and jeers on them. And if you remember the Daily Show segment where the black girl holds up a microphone to the Wall Street guy and says, "Come the revolution, where will you hide?" That's basically what Quinn does to all these fucking corporate people. After the union basically give their statement on Quinn's stream, the corporation gives their statement. It's streamed over to the union reps. The union reps grunt and nod and pass over the paperwork. The corporation it looks over the paperwork, sighs, and signs it because it's a lot of concessions because they tried to Pinkerton, right? And that's it. Hands shaken. Rhea looks really relieved because this means that a bunch of Common Front splinters are going to be rejoining the Common Front and going to fight with Deliverance. And it is then, in that moment, that this shit hits the fan. as they shake hands with Kovanen and Rhea overseeing. And Kovanen's mech is still there with that huge javelin struck through it. Rhea is suddenly called away. And then, like, a bunch of, like, fireworks go off, just like, you know, the party was supposed to happen, as Rhea exchanges a look with Kovanen and gives her a thumbs up. And Kovanen nods to her as she hurries off. But, in the mines, Quinn's getting increasingly paranoid. And then, suddenly, a bunch of corporate security bursts in and starts shooting up the place.
Oh no, who could have seen this hat coming? Oh no!
And like the gunshots are mixing with the fireworks and the celebration that is supposed to happen when Kovanen is to join with you. And Kovanen immediately shouts, "Fuck! Those aren't corporate security, those are martyrs!" And she gets into her mech. And you immediately start the fight against the martyrs.
You still didn't blow her up though?
I mean, you do. She's going to have to, like, at this point, yes, you're going to have to blow her up.
Okay,
because
perfect.
there are other, it's not just martyrs here. There are deliverance forces here as well, that she is technically on the side of, right? So, beep. She's over there with them. Quinn's not here yet. Get out of here. She did change her name, though. Doesn't matter that you didn't sign off on it. So,
I mean,
yeah.
you're a legal guardian, young lady.
She legally changed her name. She'll hack it. She'll make a hack to just change her name. Yeah, so she leaps into her mech and she immediately starts fighting these martyrs. So I'll be playing as her for this session for a while. And again, you have that open communication with her. She does go first, so I'm gonna roll as her. Here we go. Let's pretend that this kid. Let's look at that thing that says, "Please just pretend you do not see this and recognize that this is the Black Sheep Coven." I'm gonna change it. There we go. Ta-da! Anyway, so I'm gonna roll as her now because she goes first because I gave her that NPC move that lets her go first. Alright. Yes, perfect 20. That's great. And that's KH4, right? Keep highest 4?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts 4. So
No, not yet.
that did not work.
Not quite.
But okay.
Alright.
You want to do
5,
86 KH4.
Oh, okay. We
So
got
that's
6
20
and 4.
damage. 20
Yeah.
plus 4 damage, right? Because 6, 6, 4, 4.
Yeah, 6, 6, 4, 4. So 10, 10, 20 plus 4. So she's 24 damage with her first hit on 1. As the spear, the actual spear made out of Mir to Shy material, springs out of her mech and slams into Deliverance Martyr. And then, let's do it again. Only a 16, that's fine. 15 damage. So,
Jesus.
that just structures them instantly.
Think she's probably fine.
And who's of the Hex Scrolls are going to go first?
Can we move up a little bit? Where's our deployment area? Where would we be?
You-
We're deployed over here.
You're standing here,
Yeah, but why are we so far away from this? Should we like
because
right by?
You were like up
Yeah.
on the ridge watching it happen, standing far enough away. For narrative reasons, you can move just if you want to move in a little closer, go ahead. But I just put you here to put you here. So I guess put
Okay.
yourself close
Yeah.
enough, but not too. Put yourself close enough, but not unfairly close.
I think we're like
No, I
in
mean-
this in this
Yeah,
like
in that area. Yeah, right there. That
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah. So who's going first? Because whoever it is, take a leadership dice from Kovanen. She's a fucking general.
All right.
You have
Who
to
does
give a
want to go
command when you
first?
do that, Jenner. You can't just give it for no reason.
Well, who's going first? And it will give her an idea of how to command. Which girl is going first?
Maybe, like, we want to get rid of these guys, right? The Deliverance
you
Soldier.
want to clear out the Deliverance Soldiers.
Maybe we should just have Lyra go first. Just
I would
fire
love
down
to
the
clear the. I would
So
love to
who
go
has
follow
the best
ball
AOE
game.
weapons?
I don't have good AOE, but I can erase one of those dudes.
I
Yeah,
don't think Aeon has
because I think
AoE.
all of us are kind of equipped to erase. I might be the only one in the party who has an AoE attack right now.
I have one use of missiles, but that's it.
I'm gonna put the.
That's a pretty low damage. I can so between popping core and doing my like weird thing where I air juggle people, I might be able to jump into a group of like some of these smaller mechs like over here and either do a lot of damage to all of them or possibly take out one or two, which would be reasonably helpful. And then Lyra and Bryn are both in a great position because, like, on your guys' turns, you can easily erase. And one, you can pick off anything that doesn't die that has a lot of structure, and two, you can erase, like, the bigger ones.
Yeah, Kovanen will basically, over the comms, give you an idea of, like, the kind of shit that these things had. So remember that lance, that gigantic molten spear that Fafnir was hitting us with? The big mechs that are Deliverance mechs on this map all have them. Kovanen will let
So
you
they all have short cycles. Oh, that's fucked up. Okay, I changed my mind. Fuck them up first.
So Kovanen has just structured this one. So she'll offer whoever, like Lyra, Sylvia, help me finish this one off. We'll speak Kovanen in Kovanen mode, like taking her commander voice. This is a 17-year-old girl, but she seems to know what she's doing.
Well, actually, I can hit a bunch of stuff right now
Yeah,
if I go first.
All right, Bryn.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Bryn, take
All right.
just
I proc my Colburn protocol to fully charge the main cannon, the sound core, and I'm going to blast. Let me show you what I'm going to do. I can't move first. It's going to be just like that. Looks like
that gets all of them. Very nice.
I got to get that guy over there if I want to. Do I want to hit that guy?
Sure.
The Confed Iskander, is that an enemy?
Yeah, the Confederates are also the Confederates will probably be allies at this point in time, so they are also fighting Deliverance. Don't worry about
well,
it.
unfortunately, he's in the line, so I can't not
fine.
hit him.
He'll be fine, I'm sure. What's a little friendly fire between friends?
Okay, so let me roll against all these guys. So I'll go front to back.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's a lot. Okay. The 11 will miss. Everything else hits.
So this guy doesn't get hit, I think.
Well, that's the one that Russia wanted you to hit. So do you want to re-roll that with one of her re-rolls that she can give you?
Yeah, I'd actually do that one.
Okay. Cool. All right.
I'll roll it 21st. Hold on.
Yeah.
That would be a 14 instead.
Okay. That hits.
Will that?
So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So a couple of those were crits. Well, there was one crit.
Yeah.
So let me roll the base damage first.
It's gonna hurt. I hope you take out the one that she already structured.
It's only 46. So. So that's a bad roll. 13. Hold on. Let me roll the other 4 for the crit. So they all take 13 except the crit does
6, 10.
6 plus 6 plus 5. No, 7 plus 6 plus
4,
5.
3.
Yeah.
So 10, 15, 18.
All right, which are the ones that you structure, or which are the ones that you crit? It would be the
I
one
crit this guy right here. Yes.
Ping him, the one I just pinged. Okay, so
yes.
He's also structured. So let me roll his structure. Hold on. So 3. What is that?
That's a system trauma.
Okay.
You gotta roll another.
That up.
Okay, hold on. And also, I rolled a d4 for the other structure, but I don't know what that is. So 3 for that one, and then like the other d4 that I rolled for Rasha's structure on that one.
That's the same thing, system trauma. So
5.
3, a weapon is destroyed. 5, a system is destroyed.
Okay, so with the one that the Rasha will have destroyed the weapon. She will break that fucking bullshit lance off of this Deliverance soldier. She'll strike for that first to just put that out of commission. The other one that you hit, the system that you will destroy, is its ability to see ability to see invisible things. So it loses that. It loses the ultra vision, which means they can see any invisible thing on the field. So that's nice.
Okay, so that was a skirmish.
Yeah, the other
I'm-
ones, you didn't quite, since you only did about 13 in general, wasn't quite enough to structure anybody else, but they're looking close to structure, all of them do. They have a...
I mean, it's fine. I did it 13 times 7.
Yep.
So, so that was a skirmish. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna get up on top of this building.
Mm-hmm.
I can't skirmish again. What are the other quick actions I can do? I'm gonna get a lock on someone.
Go ahead.
On this Living Soldier right here.
Okay, yeah. They have the bullshit weapon that is bad and bullshit. Let's not let them have it.
Yep. Now I'm gonna overcharge.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I can't. I can't use that. I had the. I only have ordnance. Well, actually, hold on. Do I have? Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. That's all you can do is you missed, you're not taking a second shot because the one shot does the thing. Okay. So
It's because I only have ordnance weapons and a melee weapon, which I'm not going to use.
All right. So
And that's emergency weapon if something gets stuff.
enemy turn. This Deliverance soldier is going to go, and they're going to turn, and they're going to shoot at Isadora.
All right.
A 16, I'm guessing,
limits.
does not hit.
It does not now.
But you will take 5 of the damage that hits you anyway.
Ah, reliable.
5 reliable damage.
You
as
are,
this
motherfucker.
As this thing blasts you with, well, it looks like a PPC. Like if you've ever played MechWarrior, it shoots you with what looks like a PPC.
I have not, so I don't know what that is. So
Big fuck off.
Unfortunately, know what that is. It's big, long-range thermal cannon, basically.
Yeah, big thermal
Okay.
cannon. And then it shoots you again. That's a perfect 1 though, but I mean, I think you still do reliable damage on a 1, right?
You always do reliable damage regardless,
So
yeah.
since it's hit you twice, which is bullshit because it's a reliable weapon, you take another 5 and you take 2 eat from the second hit. And that will end the enemy turn.
I'm gonna fuck him up.
all right.
Because, like, Bryn just did a bunch of damage in that area. I
Yep,
think
yep.
I can probably structure somebody.
Oh,
No, sorry, no, not you, Lyra, I'm sorry.
one of Rasha's allies getting attacked will proc a reaction from her, but go ahead and take your turn.
Yeah, Oh my god, I cannot click my own mech.
Hold on
Oh,
a second.
let me set you. Are you being controlled by you?
No, I could do it. It was just like the way that
may
the
have to
direwolf
set-
was
you may-
overlapping
you
with
may
the
have to
pog
set
was
yours,
just
yeah.
like 1, 2, 3, 4. Damn,
I
put us like
believe
way
that
out of the way.
works. 5.
5.
All right, so that's the second structure
Eight.
on this guy. So don't worry about this guy. That guy hitting one of Rasha's allies meant Kovanen got to kill it. She just stabbed it with her spear, and it blew up in front of her.
Donk.
All right, so I'm gonna move into here. I am gonna boost.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy will technically get to Overwatch on me.
All right, I will see if he can even hit you. Hold on.
Well, he can't because I'm going to. If he's gonna take the Overwatch reaction, I proc Skirmisher here, so that uses up my 1 auto miss on a reaction every
got
turn,
it. Yep. So
every round.
He does, but it just misses. Yep.
Yeah, so he attacks. He just misses.
Because it misses, does it still do the reliable damage? Do you
Yeah, it'll still do reliable. Is that
Yes.
reliable damage AP or is it regular?
It's just regular 5.
Okay. Yeah, so I take 4 net if it's the same as the other one.
Yep.
And then I move 1, 2, 3 over to here, and I am going to use my second quick action to pop core.
Nice.
All right, so I would like everything that I can see within range 5 of me. So that's, let's see, this guy, these 3 over here, this guy down here, and this guy to all make a hull save.
Oh boy. Okay.
Hold on, Sylvia. Remember, you do have to blow up Kova as well. It's important.
Wait, what?
We have to destroy her mech also. She is enemy
Yeah,
combatant. technically.
actually, that's fair. Everyone make a hull save,
Okay.
including Kovanen.
I'll be rolling for the people who have +5 first. That's the small mechs. All the small mechs have +5. So that's 1, 2, 3. Wow,
Jesus.
4.
Jesus.
1 failed, and then
So, well, okay, so my save target is 16.
okay.
Yeah, so one of them failed.
Meeting the target means
so far.
Well, 2 failed so far. 3 failed.
Yep, 2 have failed so far.
No, 3.
You meeting a target is beating it. It is making your save.
Meeting beats.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yep.
It's meet or beat in Lancer every time.
Only one.
And
That's what you're saying.
So only one so far has failed.
Okay.
Now the big one.
Okay,
And now
we do
Kavana.
Yeah, now we do the plus 6. Hold on. The 2 bigs. So, yeah, actually.
Nope.
Will,
Okay, so they both fail.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
both
So
fail.
first things first. That was actually okay-ish damage this time. Okay. Everyone who failed their save takes 6 kinetic damage and is pulled as close to me as possible,
Okay.
or adjacent to me,
Okay.
and they are immobilized
Okay.
and prone.
Well,
And then everyone
she
who
cannot
succeeded
be
on their
prone,
save
you
just
can
takes half
immobilize
damage.
her. She cannot be knocked prone, but you can immobilize her. She is completely immune to being knocked prone, but you can immobilize her.
Yeah, that's fine. So they're all pulled in.
I will put the immobilize, but this one can be knocked prone.
Yeah, and then the ones who failed their save on the small ones as well.
Yeah, let me put this person kneeling down to show that they are prone as well. And then you said, what was that? The final one that you did the same thing to? Take 6. Okay, so which one do we want that to be? I guess we'll make it the
So no,
same.
everybody who failed takes 6,
Okay, but only.
and then everyone who succeeded takes half of 6.
Okay, half
So
of 6.
third.
Got it. Thank you. Wow, that's numbers. But okay, but the one who failed is immobilized and pulled in towards you. Everybody
That's
else-
3, Jenner.
What?
It's
Yeah,
3 damage.
I did. Don't worry. I did it. Don't worry. Chill out. Cool. Thank you. All right. So
All right.
sucked in and immobilized them. Everybody else takes 3, but it's not sucked in or knocked prone.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is overcharge, and how much damage has been done on the Big Mech?
This one here, I don't think is other than Bryn doing the 13 damage to it, is untouched. But
Okay,
13.
and Bryn did like 13 to basically everyone. All right. Here's what's going to happen. We're going to take a swing at arbitrarily. I guess I will just do the Big Mech with the big hammer.
Okay, the catalytic hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, and since it's prone, I will get
Kinetic hammer.
bonus accuracy to attacking
Yeah.
it here. So, all right, so 10. So it's going to miss.
Mm-hmm.
So it will take reliable. It will take reliable 4 damage there, and that is the end of the turn.
All right. Royal 4. It was 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's at 20. It's at 17 out of 21. I will actually put its hit points on it so you can see that. Excuse me.
All right. All right. That's the end of the turn. I have no other actions I can take.
All right, and it lost 17. So I have to do math. Come on, I have to open up the calculator. It will be the enemy's turn after this. Hold on.
It's got 4 hit points left. Yeah.
Thank you. There we go. I hate not being able to do shit. There. Alright, bam. Alright. So, enemy turn, the big one's already gone. The ones that are prone, the one that, standing up while prone, provokes a thingy, so the prone one, this one here, will stand.
Well, hold up. No, it can't.
Hmm?
Immobilized characters can't move, and you have to move to be able to clear prone.
Ah, very nice. They can still can they attack from sitting prone, but there's
They can attack from prone, they just can't move. Yeah.
And if they try to attack ranged, then that's a difficulty.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So the one that's not
Against
prone, this lovely Atlas here
a melee range.
will take a shot at you. We'll take a swing at you with what appears to be a chain axe.
Okay, go for it.
Ah, shit.
Yep, that'll hit. Yep, don't worry about it. What's the damage?
Chain axes normally do 2d6, I believe.
No, chain axes normally do 1d6.
1d6.
Mine did a lot more than that because I had OpCal on it
So
forever.
it'll be 2d6, and no plus, right? But this is 2d. Well, it's got to be 4d6 because of the crit. Well, no, 2 because of the crit, because it normally does 1.
Do their chain axes do different damage than my chain axe?
I mean,
I'm assuming yes,
they do
based on what you're saying.
They do plus 1d6 on a crit.
Yeah, so if they do plus 1d6 on a crit, then it would be 1d6 plus 1d6.
Yeah, so
Because chain axes are normally 1d6 on my mech.
yeah.
Yeah, I op-caled mine for a long time.
You take 6 damage and you're shredded, because that's what chain axes do.
Yep, so for the remainder of the turn, I am shredded.
Right, and then it opens fire on you with a big cannon.
Okay, it will have to take 2 difficulty to that. When I'm engaged with enemies, I get soft cover.
You get soft cover
nice.
when you're engaged with enemies. Additionally, even though she is on your side, even though has to pretend to be fighting you, you count as being in Coven, next to Coven, and getting Guardian from her Saladin, because that's how her mech is flavored, as a Saladin.
Yeah, so it would just be 2. It would be, he would have 3 difficulty on the shot because he's engaged with me, and also I'm like
range trying to fire.
Yeah.
I think he'll move back to not get that one, but still.
Then he'll get overwatched.
He can get overwatched. Does a 13 hit you?
No.
Alright, you can get off your Overwatch and go ahead and get your Overwatch.
Yep, so I will absolutely take my Overwatch on him, and I'm going to Overwatch him with the big hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, miss. Take 4 reliable.
Nah, he takes 4 reliable. Ouchie. He has 13. Hold on. I should just put... I didn't want to put in a bunch of hit points on them, but he had 13, so now he takes 4. So hold on.
So he's taken 17 so far.
17. So again, they all have the same amount. So hold on. There you go. Because I was lazy. All right. But he did miss. The cannon does not do reliable damage. It just does a bunch of fuck off damage. But you are shredded. Those were.
Well, yep. For the duration of his turn, if it works like a normal chain axe, then yeah.
It sticks until the start of his next turn.
Oh, so his does work differently than mine.
Yeah, his works a little differently.
Okay, so I'm shredded.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Shredded. He puts a lock on you and ends his turn.
That's 3 actions.
That's literally 3 actions. What the heck?
Yeah, they're not playing around. However, somebody has hit one of... Well, she's got to pretend she's not on your team, so she can't accidentally do too much here. But yeah. Back to the allied turn. The good news is, while they're not going to be a thing, the common front, quote-unquote, enemies here who aren't exactly your enemies, they are now on your side, are also fighting, but they're fighting these other Deliverance things. These handful of Deliverance mechs that you see on here are the actual enemies who I've statted out, and everything else here is just narrative flavor. So yeah.
Alright,
next?
There is a big mech currently being grappled. Hey Lyra, you could probably shoot that until it explodes, right?
Yes, I definitely could. In fact, I will.
You love to see it.
All right. Let's see. Let me plan this turn out to be efficient. Where is my whatchamacallit? All right, I am going to trying to think I'll give a damage here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and overcharge. So I'm going to spin up my big cannon. I'm going to... Is he within range 3 of me? No. That's fine. I do later. So do the big cannon. Got anything else here? All right. I'm going to go ahead and fire the big cannon.
Okay, go ahead.
Will 15 hit him?
No, but take a leadership dice. Add a leadership dice to that. Sylvana will give you a leadership dice. Brayden won't.
Still 15.
Dang. Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Wait. Which one?
You're targeting.
The one that's.
I'm targeting this guy.
this
Hold
guy
on,
here?
this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, did you already have the accuracy for him being prone?
Yeah, he is prone. So that.
Oh no, I had accuracy already for my things. That's
Oh,
Yeah, so you get to roll one more d6 here and see if we get good enough. All right. Well, no, he'll never get. He'll never be hit. Fuck this guy.
Wow, he's just dodging.
Why
all over
does
the
he
place.
have like the? Why is he size 2 with evasion this good?
I can't believe that a size 2 mech has a better evasion, as
His
good
is
evasion as
only
my Nelson
15,
does.
So it's
That's an insane evasion.
the big ones.
That's one lower than mine, and I'm a full
Yeah,
Ashy build.
16
What
is
the
a
hell?
lot.
Hashtag
That's-
not all.
He's just a fast mech.
He's just fast. What's the reliable damage of your big cannon?
Let's find
It's
out.
4 or better. I know that.
Reliable 5.
Okay, so you do 5, so they they go down to -1, so they do get structured by the reliable damage still. What if I rolled the 1d6? 6 means they're fine though. Bah.
They're impaired.
Impaired until the end of their next turn.
Just difficult everything.
But they were already impaired, so now they're at 20, and I'll put the yellow on them to mark that they've been structured.
They were not impaired before.
They were not impaired. They were immobilized, prone.
Immobilized before.
Okay, so now we'll add the impaired to them as well. There you go. Let's put all the status effects on this guy. Do you have a second? Do you have a follow-up attack?
No, because I had to spinning it up already cost me my
you want to overcharge
my
it,
thing.
take 1 heat, and do 1
I overcharged to do that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't realize he had better AC than a Nelson.
Well, just
That's
so you
it for
know,
my turn.
the two ones with the black boundaries have 15, the others have 13. So the ones with the black boundaries, these big ones, they're more quote-unquote important. They have
Oh,
15
hold on.
damage.
That guy's a lock on too. Remember that guy.
Okay, I'll
You
extend-
try
I'll
another
extend that
one.
again.
Do one more
You can
chance.
roll 4. There we go.
I'm assuming that will hit.
Yeah. We already rolled
That's
the
an 18
structure
now.
on him, but we can at least lower him down more damage.
I mean, it has to do at least the reliable
Yeah,
damage.
it does at least
It will
reliable
do more
damage.
than that.
So now what does it do?
14.
14.
So-
Hold on. 14 minus 5.
So that's 9 over what you had before.
So take down 9 more. So 20 minus 9.
Is he resistant to damage?
He is no, I didn't do that much. That's too mean.
No, he's not resistant. What's happening here is he had structure, and
Yeah, we
Oh.
already.
your reliable structured him, and now but his
Oh,
HP
yeah,
was
I
like
understand.
big enough to survive 14 more damage.
Okay.
It should be one
Which
more
is
because
mildly
the structure
frustrating.
was -1, so it should have been 19 or whatever. Because remember, damage rolls over when you structure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you should be at 10.
He should be 10. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Thank you. All right. Back to I guess enemy turn. That's unfortunate. I didn't make note of. I believe it was this guy had gone and the Atlas had gone. The guy who is prone does not want to go yet. The guy who's been structured wants to get a hit in. So the guy who's been structured is going to shoot at you, Sylvia, as well. Again, with a big cannon because you're shredded. The whole.
All right. Yep. Same difficulty on the shot.
Oh no.
25.
Difficulty
Oh, he does get the 2 difficulty though. So hold on. It's roll.
So let's see.
3 difficulty because isn't that guy in engagement range of me?
He is not.
Or which guy is this?
The one with the yellow on him. The one with the piston.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. He's okay. Yeah. So it's just the 2 then.
He takes the highest of the 2d6, right?
Yes.
Right. So hold on.
So 25 minus.
What the hell? I said roll minus 2d6.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you
I
have
thought
to.
you said roll 2d6.
Just
Okay,
roll
hold on.
3d6.
So.
Okay. So that isn't enough. It's still a crit. All right.
Shoot.
How much bullshit am I taking here?
Well, the good news is they can't like take highest, but they do that. They do that bonus d6 to you. And,
Yeah. So what am I taking?
So you take 5. So you take 16, and you were shredded. So you just take all.
Yeah. So I take all of that. I know. I'm at 4 hit points.
Bam.
Ow.
Nice.
Yeah. This is not my night. All right. Moving on.
And then he follows up with the chain X. He'll move in.
Okay. Yeah. You can do that.
because he wants to, like, they're here, like, these are martyrs. They're not fucking.
Do you have any threat?
Yeah, we get it. I'm
Yeah.
Do you have any
sorry.
threat to
Oh,
weapons?
but perfect one. But you do take 4. You take exactly 4 fucking reliable damage, even though he missed.
How does his chain axe like have literally double everything mine does? Okay, sure.
Hey,
Mhm.
do you have any threat to melee weapons?
I already overwatched, so I can't overwatch a
I
second
thought-
time in the same round.
Reliable
Oh, it's per
4,
round? I thought
damn,
it was per
that's
round.
almost
Wait,
as good as-
It's once per round, so I'm gonna lose a next sweeper shotgun.
Wait, the chain.
No, I have to find out whether I lose the system or weapon
Wait,
here. Hold
the
on.
chain axe only does 2, right? No, hold on. If it only does 2, it only does 2. It's the chain axe. There's only a couple.
Yeah,
things that-
oh, yeah. Okay, so it is statted the same as a player chain axe. Okay.
It does a bit more damage, but yeah, it always does 2 damage. So you only take 2. You are not structured, but you are at 2 hit points.
Okay, I was like, what the hey?
It does do a bit more damage in terms of, like, if it hits, but other than, it's only been overclocked in that way because Deliverance has put some fluff on their weapons. That's all. Actually,
All right. So I take that damage.
Yeah,
I'm at
you
2
take,
hit
you take
points.
2 damage, even though he rolled a 1. But
Yeah, so that's fine. That's fine. We're honestly, I would have been fine being structured as well, but like
Yeah.
it's just like, geez, I am getting diced bad tonight.
Yeah, we're all the crits now.
3 different enemies have crit while I managed to make everyone has managed to make like every save.
You know what?
I
What
hate
the
this.
good news is?
Mhm.
The good news is Sylvanan is not giving her hardcover to Deliverance mechs that are touching her, and she could be.
I'm
All
okay
right.
right now.
Does it have anything else to do, or can I go?
Cold comfort though.
There's all its turns because it doesn't have the move to overclock and hit again. So yeah, it is now Isadora's turn. Still
2,
over
3,
comms, Kovanen is talking about how she needs to move fast. She's so fucking upset. She needs to make sure that a war doesn't get, like, at this point Deliverance has started a war, right? And that means she needs to make sure that Deliverance does not win this war.
Alright, so first action, I'm going to fire with my auxiliary mount. Going to start with the missile rack, so that has accuracy, so d20 plus 6 plus 1d6. Alright, so that is, it starts in this, but of course it's blast 1. 23 will definitely hit the Deliverance Soldier in the
Yep,
center. And then I guess clockwise the 3 guys around him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep,
Very nice.
top.
And the 15
then-
also hits, because 15 is the highest you need to roll. You got all of them. Yep.
Yep, and 3 of them are crits. So this is the only guy who doesn't get crits.
That's the guy who almost killed Sylvia.
So let's see. With the missile rack, it's 1d3 plus 1. So roll 2d3.
Come on, roll good.
Kingdom Hearts 1. Wow,
Oh.
that was garbage. So that's 2 explosive.
Okay.
And then.
Yeah, they always say 2. The crit doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Wah, wah. Oh well. Anyway. And then a second attack with this mount is going to be from the Nexus.
Okay.
So of course this is a smart attack with accuracy.
You have done enough
6.
to structure the ones that were hit by 13. So I will wait. No, that was only 2. Nobody else has hit them. 17. We'll see. 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so they're getting there. I'll go
Alright,
ahead
so
and
yeah,
give them
this
their- I'll go ahead and
guy-
give them their hit points while we're waiting.
So that guy, 18, will probably hit his E defense.
Okay, yeah.
So roll 1d3. 3, so that's 3 kinetic.
It's very nice. Hold on. That will structure that guy. So hold on. Alright, you are hitting the big one with that 3 kinetic, right?
Yes.
Right, so that won't structure the big guy because he was at 8. He's
All
at
right.
5, he's at 5 now. There you go.
Alright, so that was the auxiliary amount. And I guess I'll just use my remaining 4 movement to get in close so I can variable sword this dude. This has got a threat of 2, so 1, 2. And then that's 2 away from the edge of his pog, so we're good. So, variable sword, of course, has accurate on it, and now I probably won't get a crit again. 24! Nope, never mind. So, that is 3 kinetic damage plus just 1 extra kinetic damage from the crits. So that's 4 kinetic overall to this guy.
4? Wow, he's got 1 hit point left.
Ah, man.
That's so rude. If only we could do that one. You know, every time an ally hits an ally, Kovanen can swing at the ally, so Kovanen will shoot that with her assault rifle. Kovanen, what are you doing? Ask Deliverance over channels that they don't have. They can't talk. They have no communication. Complete chaos. It's fine. Oh wow.
24 will hit.
That assault rifle is going to hurt a lot.
Combination attack, here we go.
Yeah, combination attack. I have to look at what damage the assault rifle does because I don't have her sheet up. Hold on.
Is it a regular
It
assault
doesn't
rifle
matter.
or is it the Drake style assault cannon? Like the one Quinn and Lyra use.
It's the one.
Because if it's the Drake style assault cannon, it's 1d6 when not spun up. When spun up, it's 1d6 plus 3.
Alright, so this is one. She's doing the 1d6 plus 3. It won't matter, but I just want to see because he's already been structured once. So I just want to know how much.
It's always 1d6 plus 3. When it's spun up, it's reliable 3.
So 7. Yeah. So yeah, this is done. Kaboom.
So yeah, the Moon River just fucking carves like a line through it, right in front of its core, and she just fires right into it.
Yeah, here's turns and shoots it with an assault gun. That's like a nice AK, a good Soviet weapon.
And I can't do anything else because I'm at max overcharges, and
Oh,
I'm
dear.
already in danger zone.
Rip.
Literally, if I overcharge because of that +4, I will automatically stress out, and then there's a d6 on top of that, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, remember, overcharge doesn't reset between missions, only
Yeah,
4
it's not.
pairs, so like...
Hacking only applies to heat if it's successful, right?
Yes. Well, depends what it is, I guess.
Yeah, at least you've got that going for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, enemy turn, the guy on the ground is going to try and shoot at you, since you are going hot, Isadora.
Alright, invisible, so first, flip a coin.
Yeah, hold on. 2 means it hits.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. 15 will miss you, but it doesn't need to hit. It's just hitting you with 2 heat to overcharge your reactor.
I'm at max heat, but that doesn't stress me out yet.
Yeah. You can't make the same attack twice, so you hear him cuss over like the speakers on his neck as he was trying to burn you up. Get her! Look at how hot she is.
This is just a flavor thing. Isadora hacks his mech to just display the Hex Girls logo, and then fucking screen shares her face with her sticking her tongue out.
Very nice.
Dead-eyed stare.
Ah, you did your math wrong!
Mm-hmm.
I had 1 more.
9 misses, but you will take the 5 reliable normal damage.
Alright,
Stop dying.
stop killing me.
That was the guy who was on the ground. I don't think, since he's immobilized, that's all he can do. So that was
Yeah, the immobilized is
Yeah.
gone now, right?
Yeah.
After this turn.
on his turn, I think he's no longer immobilized, so I can take that off of him.
But he is still
Yeah.
prone.
But he is still prone. So yeah. Anyway, back to player turn.
Coriander has yet to move.
Coriander
I
has
think
yet
that's
to
it.
go, and starting next turn, Quinn will show up to try
4,
helping, but
5.
she will not be coming from this direction. She will be coming from this direction.
Alright, so Coriander's gonna move 5, boost because it's nowhere near anything. 1, 2, 3,
I believe in
4.
Coriander. I believe in Coriander and his ability to destroy everything.
Do you have to delete that dead soldier so we can...
Yeah,
I
sure.
can't-
Let me delete that dead soldier so you can move around a little easier.
Yeah, let me just move
Hold on,
Coriander
I
out of the
have to
way.
get off of the GM layer because I've had Quinn's token on this field the entire time. All right, there you go.
Alright, Coriander will attack the one that's already been structured.
Yeah, he's prone.
So,
You get that bonus to hit because he's still prone. So don't forget
roll
that.
plus. Let's see, that's...
Additionally, if he's shooting with a melee weapon, he is standing next to Kovanen, and Kovanen has the same trait that Quinn does, which means you can re-roll and take the highest of 2 attack rolls.
KH1. All right, so that's 12 probably won't hit.
Yeah, you
so
need to roll a 13
re-roll.
to hit these guys. So
You can roll another D20 though.
You can roll another d20.
All right, so surely I can get better than a 5, she said, dooming herself to getting a 4.
I believe in you.
She
Wow,
got a
you
2,
got
so
a
nope.
2 instead.
Alas.
So nope. Yeah. Sorry, and Coriander doesn't do reliable damage yet, right?
Nope.
Okay. The dude's
Cool.
literally on 2 hit points. Okay, start of the turn. Cabanon goes first. Again, all these folks are shouting over their over their speakers, right? Because they at least have their speakers. They have no comms. Like, what happened? You were supposed to. What are you doing? And Cabanon just isn't even going to respond to them.
No, she has to
But
attack us. Take out Coriander.
the Black Sheath has gone rogue, but she does.
Oh, well.
She does have to attack you. She has to look like she does not want to. She claims that you hacked her. Like, she responds like, gosh, Nova hacked me and, made me attack you. She says over comms, and then she will stab out with the spirit Coriander. Oh dear.
Yeah, 18 does it.
Rip.
So, oh god, take 22.
Well, goodbye. You fucking killed Coriander.
Go
Doesn't he have maybe his black box like ejects?
Nope.
No. Come on.
He doesn't have.
Nope.
He didn't even have structure. Coben,
No.
you're grounded. Bryn, she's so grounded. You gotta talk to her mothers about this.
Well, at least it looks believable, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright.
Player turn now, huh?
Well, she has.
Yeah.
She has a
I'm
second
going
attack,
next.
so she's
Alright.
going to she's going to try and hack you, Isadora.
Good luck.
Does a
I
20?
mean,
What?
it's real
Why
damage.
did you say that? Jeff, why did you say that? I am actually
Why does she
asking.
have accuracy?
Why does she have accuracy? She gets accuracy on hacking attempts when she hits with a melee attack.
Oh my god. Well, great.
So does a 26 bypass your whatever?
Yes, it bypasses e-defense. There is nothing in the game that can get higher than 20 evasion or e-defense, no matter what you do.
Rest and pepper.
By design.
So I guess first of all, take 4 heat.
Alright. So let's roll a d6. 2.
And you're sucked in to melee range with her.
Alright, so exposed.
Right.
Let me just.
That's not great.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have to fucking kill Kovanen.
Oh, I'll help.
Leave her for me.
What are you going to do to her? Like,
I mean,
actually, legitimately.
Actually, legitimately nothing, but like, she just blew up Coriander. Isadora is
Oh
going
no,
to
no! Let me do this for. Let me pray on the gods of like all those crits I was getting a few sessions ago. Because also, if I can do my ping pong thing, I might be able to get splash damage as well, which I'm hoping for. Either that, or like we could just have Bryn Tachyon Lance, which would
I was
probably
gonna
be
do that
smarter.
next,
But
yes.
yeah, honestly, that's probably smarter. I am almost certainly getting structured in the event of that, because you can only hit one target, right?
You can only
Um,
hit one
Mind if I
target.
go first, so that
Yeah.
when I get structured, I at least have, like, if I do end up getting impaired, I get to do all of my nonsense with the best chance of success.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like that, like, they met, she gave her some nice wines. Let's start off on a good footing. Sorry about my bad first impression. Immediately goes into making another bad first impression. Jessica does look
Right.
over your private comms, Isadora. She apologizes to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so she was immobilized and prone, right? So I'm about to
She's
whack her
not-
with the chain axe.
She's immune to prone, but she was immobilized.
She had no.
All right,
she-
so-
that's cleared by now
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah, so Proc Partisan.
Well, she hasn't. She's not done. Like, her turn isn't done yet.
The way Blade Master Unstoppable works is you have to spend the dice for Unstoppable immediately after attacking with the melee weapon. So because she hacked Isadora, she cannot then turn around and grapple. She would have had to attack me. Because I was the only target in range. So she could spend that Blade Master dice to, ram me and knock me over.
I thought I could
that's all she could do with it.
I thought I could do the cool thing with the Beckoner hack, but apparently I cannot chain a Blade Master grapple, free Blade Master grapple into the...
Yeah, those are completely different talent trees. Right. There's a reason...
Okay, yeah. All right.
I made the choices in this build for a reason.
Thank you for explaining it. I thought this was pretty fucked up, so I'm glad that it actually is balanced. She will attempt to grapple you. Not that you don't love being grappled.
Oh yeah, no, please grapple me.
Yeah. I'm guessing a 17 does not grapple you though.
A 17 does actually grapple me, so we are now grappled.
Yes, you are now grappled.
At the start of her turn, she has to make a contested hold check with me to see which of us is controlling the grapple.
Yep. All right, but yeah, Isadora, you just got sucked in, and you didn't need to worry about that whole save. I got the mechanics there wrong, but you are sucked in, and you are fortunate that she did not. You know what? I can overcharge her and still grapple you. I'm going to. I'll put a heat on her. She's supposed to be actually fighting, so we'll do that.
Does she have the talent lets you grapple multiple targets without penalties?
I mean, why not? I don't know. I didn't give her that talent. But...
So there's not really a talent for that. The reason I can do that is I have SithNet muscle netting, which is just a system, which lets me count as one bigger than anyone I'm grappling who's the same size as me, and the same size as anyone bigger. And then I also have the Blackbeard frame, which lets me grapple at range and yank myself over to people.
I believe
so usually when I grapple, I'm automatically in control, and then I can proc that into like Spider-Man over here, kill one of the people I'm grappled to. Now the other person can't take control.
Yeah. I do believe that...
Yeah, I still can't roll for shit, though, today, so that's my contested hold check whenever that comes around.
I think a larger mech can grapple two things, but let's not fluff this.
Technically, any mech can grapple any number of things, but, like, cumulative size matters.
Yeah.
So when a size 2 mech is grappling two things, it's no longer default in control of the grapple.
That's true. She probably would. She's too tactically minded to know not to do that, so... I guess
yeah, and then, like, I'm also SithNet muscle netting, so right now she is grappling a size 2 mech.
Yeah, she will, I mean, that matters. It does. But, yeah, so she'll just end her turn. I won't waste her overcharge yet until y'all start really messing with her. But, yeah.
Alright, so, yeah, at the start of my turn, contested hold check to see who's in control of the grapple.
Here we go.
So she has to roll a hold check as well. Oh, yeah, so she's currently controlling the grapple, so I can't move until she does.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, this means I don't get bonus accuracy because I'm not technically grappling her. Go in for the chain axe.
Take a leadership die.
Okay, I cannot roll for shit tonight.
Well,
this is fine.
Take a leadership. It won't
if
help.
You roll a 6, you'll get the 15 to hit her.
Sure.
No, that'd be 14, Jenner.
Ah, shit. Well, Deb, never mind. No amount of good dice.
Yeah, so she takes 2 reliable. Mm-hmm. This is fine. We move into the swing with the big hammer.
I have to look at her hit points because I think her hit points are a little bit more than the norm. Real quick, hold on. Yeah, her hit points are.
Yeah, and then she just takes 4 reliable because again, I can't hit anyone tonight. Y'all are gonna have to just do this fight without me. I'm gonna be real.
I'm so sorry.
How much reliable?
Well, you have a leadership die that you can use later.
Yeah, how much?
I'm not even gonna bother procking that here. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna spend.
It doesn't go away. You just save it for the next turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend an overcharge. I think at this point, I'm getting structured almost certainly. So I'm in the danger zone. Being like set up like this, I may as well just go for broke. Roll one more time with the big hammer, see if I can get a hit with it. There we go.
There you go, finally.
And you got at least the damage.
Yeah, you got leadership dice on the damage.
Yep. So that will be spent on the damage. So instead of 46, I'm rolling 86, keep highest 4, plus 4. Oh, I have to actually type the roll command in there.
Once per turn, the Saladin give a +1 difficulty to any attack against it or an allied character. Please add a difficulty to that crit.
Okay.
Oh.
So I will remove 2
still
from that crit, which doesn't
nice,
matter.
Very nice. I still had to try. We didn't know, right? She still has to actually be really fighting you. But yeah, you still do.
I am
crit.
not sure why anymore because she's obviously turn-coded, but whatever.
Yeah.
Take 23 damage.
Okay, so she takes 23 plus the other reliable that you did, which was 8, right? Total? 8 total plus 23?
So the other reliable I did was 6 total, so she has taken 29 so far. When I hit her with that, I'm going to proc Executioner, and I'm going to swing that around and bring it down on the prone soldier over here.
Okay, hold on. So she's got 10 left. Okay. Hold on. There we go.
And I'm going to miss him outright because I cannot roll for shit. He will still take... he'll take half damage there, so reliable 4 becomes 2. And that's the end of my turn.
Cool. Alright. She gets a reaction against you hitting her. I just didn't want to bog up your stuff with anything. So,
It misses.
yeah. She will, she'll stab you with the spear, because of course she will. And as she winds up with the spear, as the spear pops out of her neck, you hear the Deliverance martyrs say, "Now you're about to know why we call her the Black Sheep Covenant."
When she does that, I proc Skirmisher 3, and it auto
Jenna,
misses.
don't roll, it misses.
Yeah.
Real quick, Cass, does that count as an attack?
Yes, that does.
That
You
counts
may
as bondage.
Overwatch.
She may either
You may overwatch.
choose another target. Or
yeah,
I
you
could
do thing.
Overwatch.
Yeah, okay, so she may choose another target or Overwatch. Good, then I don't want to waste that crit. She will choose another target. She'll choose one of the Deliverance mechs. She'll just blame it on Isadora again. Don't worry about it. She doesn't want
Here, I'll tell you what she does. She goes for Sylvia. Sylvia bends back, and she continues the spear thrust into a Deliverance mech.
You want it to be the one that was structured, right? So we can just get that off the field?
Yeah, just do it.
Okay. Good. Okay, Kingdom Hearts 4 plus 4. This is gonna be more. Yeah. Oh wow, max.
You did it
damage.
right. I'm proud of you.
Destroyed.
27 damage.
Goodbye,
Jesus.
buddy. So, oops. Oh, she's so clumsy. Now you see why they call her the Black Sheep Covenant Deliverance.
Doesn't care about her allies.
All right.
Brutal.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Narratively,
Mm-hmm.
these are martyrs. They don't have pods, right?
Yeah, they're not potting out.
As a free action, I rip open that guy's fucking cockpit, and if there's anything in there, there's a Blackbeard leering at him ominously, and I say nothing.
I mean, the mech just blows up. Like, Kovanen strikes to explode. But if you've heard Hyrule and S's stories...
I mean, these mechs have cold core fusion reactors. They don't stackable, because that would be a nuclear explosion.
Yeah, well, Kovanen... there is... What is left is pulp, because Kovanen stabs into the cockpit and just kills the pilot.
Oh yeah, if she cockpit kills him, then, Sylvia instead just turns to the next one and, literally, raises a finger on the Blackbeard, and I think you can guess which one.
Like, if you heard the stories Hyrule told about this girl, you don't want to be, fucking around with her. Anyway, it is now the enemy's turn, and I don't know, I'll figure out when Kovanen goes. But yeah, they're confused at Kovanen's reaction. But I guess it doesn't yeah, I mean, these mistakes and the miracles, you know. The main thing is the one who was impaired. They're not impaired anymore, right? So they're fine. Their turn is ended.
It's still prone, but it can move now.
Yeah, it can move.
So it can stand up.
So it will spend its move action to stand. I don't know if you can do reactions when you're.
I can't Overwatch off of that, so it can stand up fine.
Yeah. And then it will try to shoot at you with the big cannon. Hold on a minute.
Go ahead.
This is going to be.
It's shooting from melee, so it has a difficulty.
It's shooting from melee. Well, it has 2 difficulty, but we'll roll the 2d6 because
it actually has 3 because
3
1 from engagement, 2 from the hardcover.
Oh boy, we'll see how badly this.
Yeah, it crits. Yeah. There is no way it can lose enough difficulty there not to crit.
Yeah,
give me damage.
It does only do it is only a 20 at the end of all that, but yeah, it does crit. So, oh god, again. Oh my god.
Yeah,
okay.
I am structuring from that.
Yeah, you're structuring for that. I believe it was that's 8d. That's 8d6, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Never mind. I was trying to get in, but my thing was not working. I was going to ask if it wanted to do that or pick another target.
No, actually, that's a good, legitimate question because Lyra can still threaten that Overwatch because Quinn chose to
Didn't she?
Well, so like we resolved that as Quinn's attack continuing, and Lyra held the and Lyra did not Overwatch,
Okay.
so she has technically not expended the ability yet.
All right, yeah. Then guess go ahead and shoot it because no, it's gonna hit her.
Roger, Roger.
All right, yeah. So this will happen before the attack actually connects.
All right, so that is a crit.
24.
You're definitely gonna structure this guy. So this is gonna be a very cool structure counter structure kind of mech fight.
Well, if it blows up, the attack won't actually happen.
It has one structure, so like it depends on how much deep beyond its thing it goes. At 19 from 21, hold on. I closed the calculator app. Why did I do that? Hold on. It is currently at 2, so hold on. 19.
Well, no, wait, hold on.
17.
This thing did not get structured earlier. It took chip damage, so shouldn't it be structured off of that attack?
It's also taking 13 for my beam.
It took.
Yeah, like this thing has taken 30.
Yep. I have
alone from there 32, 35. So yeah, it should be on its second point of structure and low and not at 2.
If I have not, unless I have mistaken anything, nobody else has hit this one mech that is currently swinging at. You hit it for 13. Then a bunch of bombs got thrown in and did a bunch of splash damage to it. That put it down to 2 out of its 21. It has not been hit by anything else since then. It is at 2 hit points.
Okay. Yeah.
You have
So
now
Okay, so
gained
it's 2
2 damage.
before it takes the 19. All right, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying that it was taking 19 from full hit points.
No. Now you are taking the 19. Now it is taking the 19, which puts it in structure, which I will roll in just a moment. But if everything resolves and I do not roll a 1, which I might, it will be at 4, but we will see if I roll a 1.
Okay.
We might. Come on. I did not.
4.
So what is a
Okay, so that is weapon or system trauma, so roll to see if it keeps its cannon.
Yeah.
Come on, 1 to 3. That's just a system.
Alright, so system is destroyed. Alright, so the cannon is still there. It can still shoot it at me. I do still take all of that nonsense. I am going to take structure here.
Yeah, you take 21 damage.
I am only impaired, so that's good.
I will put the yellow on him for structuring, for being structured, so that we know that this is an enemy who has been structured. And let me take a look at Kobandon's abilities really quick, just to see if I can do something here.
And we're doing... Excuse me, 1 moment. So take 2 hit points and then... Alright, so I have 11 hit points left and I'm on my second... And I've lost my first point of structure.
Okay. Once primed, once at the start of your turn, Camus's Razor. Any ally within range 3 of you is targeted by an attack or other effect that deals at least partially kinetic or explosive damage. Before the attack is made, you can cause the attack or effect to target your mech. So she will take that damage instead. You're fine.
Okay.
Attack or effect
Okay.
no matter if the original could hit you or not, such as a melee attack. So Kobandon will soak that damage. So Kobandon will take 21. So
Alright, does that structure?
Hold on a minute.
Good.
Yep. She was at what is she at right now? 10. So that's 21. So that's 10. So she took effective. Well, that's gonna structure her, and then I'm bad at math. So what does that leave her with?
it'll structure her and then take 11 more damage.
And then 11 from her max hit points. So let me go back to her max hit points back again, and then we'll roll her structure, and it is 32. All right. So that is 11 from her max. So it leaves her with 21 after the fact. Hold on a minute. Excuse me. So yeah, she'll soak that damage. You don't do anything, and at this point, it becomes clear that she's not on their side.
Well, roller structure, I guess.
Yeah, but I will roll her structure. Yes. What is that?
It's a weapon system trauma.
Yep. So roll again.
So roll again. Okay.
The system.
That's a
Let
system.
me look at her systems and see what I can take off of her on her system.
Why don't you roll at random and then take
Okay.
one? Because like we're not going to know everything that she has at this point.
5, hold on, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I guess I will roll a d11.
She has 11 systems.
Yep. I mean, okay, so a 4. So what is that? I'm not going to say. I will just quietly make note. Oh, okay. That's interesting. All right, I've made note. All right. So you've deactivated one of her systems, or well, that damage has deactivated one of her systems, and at that they start clamoring. And at that point, it is now player turn, and then
Okay.
it will be on player turn. Covandrum will be acting alongside you because now the jig is up, right?
I really need to go.
Yeah, you need to go. She'll actually release you. She'll release you from her grapple.
Wait, she never grappled you.
She never
Oh,
grappled.
She grappled
yeah,
me.
that's right. She never grappled you. She will release Sylvia from the grapple. She doesn't need to play this game anymore.
Okay, now quick question. I can't stabilize without repair capacity, can I?
You cannot
No,
stabilize without
unfortunately,
Oh,
yeah,
so-
you can't stabilize when you have hit points. You can stabilize with your heat without
Yeah.
you need.
Other
Hair.
people can stabilize and like people who have moves like Bryn can stabilize and stabilize the person next to them.
Okay,
yeah.
Bryn,
No,
I'm
I
exposed.
can't do that.
Oh shoot! So I'm just.
But you
exposed.
can stabilize to get exposed.
But she doesn't have the repair because
You don't only need
No,
repair to
yeah,
destroy speed.
heat-related stuff you don't need to spend repair cap for.
Okay.
The only time you spend the repair cap with stabilize is when you're repairing HP.
Okay.
All right. I think I need to wait on that though because I'm still at heat 4. So I'm just going to attack the guy who's been structured. So
Well,
Yes.
that will also clear heat.
Yeah.
yeah,
Use
that'll
both.
get rid of the heat at least. I'm
Yeah.
worried about the exposed status mainly, but I can live with that.
Yep.
Or maybe I won't. Who knows? Anyway, this one does not actually have accuracy, so 1d20 plus 6. That's still a crit though. That's 25.
Yep.
So
that will
that's
blow him up
full
if you roll. I mean,
two.
above a 4, which I believe you can do.
So slash roll 2d3 kh1.
Turn.
Or wait,
If you roll
yeah.
a 3, I'm gonna cry.
All right.
If you roll less than a 4, I'm gonna cry a lot.
2d3 Kingdom Hearts 1, and then this will also be plus 2, so 2 plus 2 energy
You
damage.
did it. You got him exactly at 4, and that's enough to destroy him because he was already structured. So you've destroyed his neck. Kaboom. Again, they're not popping out. They are just dying. They're
Yeah,
just
so-
die.
Isadora's mech is overheating, so she just fucking fires part of it out of the cylinder and it just crashes through this mech.
Mhm.
Clears 4 heat, that's all my heat, so
Mhm.
no more aura. Alright. But of course, that was a move, so unfortunately, I can't do the thing. Let me just do that in ComCon. Alright, so that being said, though, yeah, if heat's cleared, what else can I do? I think Sylvia's probably got enough cover. I could do a small amount of damage with the Veil Rifle or do Variable Sword.
At this point, like, just fuck them up. Do whatever was gonna
Yeah,
result in the
so-
most damage.
I'm going to need to take a quick break to hit the bathroom, but let me know what you do while I'm away.
2, 3. I think Kova's about on this, like
Yeah,
these spots.
Yeah,
so.
just Jenner moved her half a spot over.
So I'm gonna move a little bit. I'll get invisible from this. And then I'm going to attack the Deliverance Soldier with my sword. That's accurate. So 1d20 plus 6, 1d6. That's a 15. And I don't remember if that hits, so...
Believe it does. Or was it 16? Well, take a laser die. Roll a d6 again.
Okay, so... Let's see.
Oh my
Still
god, he
one.
hit-
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ! My
I'm
god.
just bouncing wildly back and forth between good and bad rolls tonight.
Oh well, you're next to Kova. You roll the d20.
Oh yeah.
Do that
so-
too.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
So it is.
Yeah, I think
as-
the black border one had 16, right? Because they're hard to
this
hit.
one, I think so.
Can't tell colors.
Headset on. Hold on a minute. 2 or 3. Oh, sorry, you lot. I'm bad at math. All right, what
They have
happened
they have
was,
16 evasion, right?
Who?
These guys.
15. 15 is the highest they get.
Oh.
15 hits it. Okay,
Oh, good.
so
Then yeah, use these to die for damage. Add
Yeah.
one
okay,
damage to
so
attack.
3 kinetic damage plus 3, so that's 6 kinetic
All right,
overall.
you've structured this one, and let's see if I roll a 6.
Just gonna slash
You get
through him.
six total, so he's let 4 out of 21. Shit, hold on. This is not gonna matter much longer, but hold on.
It'd be 17.
Okay, 17, thank you. So, but let's see if I roll a 1. Come on,
Roll
surely,
a 1.
surely I can roll a 1. Surely, a 1 can happen in present day, present time.
I mean, I've got plenty of ones. I can give you one if you want.
Hold on. No.
All right, roll again. See what gets blown off of it.
Weapon.
1 is weapon.
Okay, get. Oh God, what does it have on it? That's really good. Get the big cannon off of it. Blow that off.
Yeah,
of
I
it.
slashed that
Get out
cannon
of
in
here.
half.
Get the fucking Leviathan cannon off of it. Yeah. Cool. Two things are gonna happen. One, Koba gets a reaction, then Koba gets a turn, and then Quinn gets a turn because Quinn will arrive on the field at the same time.
Why does she get another turn?
What? Koba gets a reaction to a ally of hers hitting an enemy because she has traits.
No, then you said another turn. Then a turn.
Then it is her turn.
I think she got a turn.
She went
at the end of
first.
the last. I thought that was her.
Yeah, she went first this round.
Did she?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because she did all the bullshit against
She
me.
destroyed
No,
Coriander.
That was the start of. That was the start. This is the start of a new turn. That was last turn.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't gotten me. I haven't gone again
That's
yet.
because it hasn't been.
Yeah, stunned mechs cannot overcharge, move, or take any actions, including free actions and reactions. Pilots can still mount, dismount, or eject from stunned mechs and take actions normally. Stunned mechs have maximum 5 evasion and automatically fail all hull and agility checks and saves.
Okay.
It's really bad.
So, I guess she will eject, and she will hijack a deliverance mech and take off.
My God, why?
Hey, so when she's going for that deliverance mech, she's on foot, right?
Yep.
She's in the air. You could shoot her out of the air if you wanted to.
I don't actually have to. I'm going to use the Fairy Slash to grab her.
Haha, yes.
Try what is
Kidnapping.
your roll to hit.
I don't roll to hit. It has to roll an agility save against me.
It has to roll
So
an
unless that
agility
thing-
save against you. Okay, I might roll poorly.
Alright, then roll the check. Alright, she rolled exactly what she needed. So she is taking... Yeah, okay. So she manages to evade the Fairy Slash.
Yeah, she manages. She'll just chop it out of the air and land on
I
its
mean,
neck,
it's...
pull the person out, get inside of it, and tear off. Don't worry about this. We're now in narrative combat. You basically have to chase her down. Quinn's gonna just keep shooting at her and keep structuring her down. I mean, bombard all of this shit. Take it all down. Kovanna will shout out, your job here is done. I will meet you back at the Adolith. Just bring it in here. Just bring the Adolith in here. And then she'll shout over the Deliverance's comms to just stand down, like giving an order. Stand down immediately to the Deliverance as they're fighting the common front. And this is an order over her open comms. And the commander looks over, the commander, who's the big mech, will look over at her and say, is that girl streaming this? How is she streaming this? I thought the internet was down? Take down that stream. And Kovanna says, no. I'm not going to take her down, but I am going to take down their general. And she will rush in towards the Common Front commander. She will double boost to get up to him. And at that point, the Common Front commander just announces, light it up. And the Deliverance soldiers will bombard their own army. So they drop shells on their own army and on the Common Front army caught in this gulch.
Can we see that there are soldiers like in this valley over here in the
Yeah,
gulch?
you can see them all the way over there. They're far enough away that the blast probably won't hit them. I have to look at the Barbarossa's blast radius, but I do not think the Barbarossa's siege cannons can reach that far. So I think those Common Front soldiers should be fine. Yeah, the siege is a 30 range blast. Actually, they might not be fine. At 30 range, blast 2 3d6 explosive damage. They do have ordnance, can be fired once the user before the user moves or takes any actions on return, accepting protocols. Blah blah blah. You can read all of it here. It does do 4 heat to them, but it's not going to matter. They're just going to blow. They just unload all of their missiles on themselves and on the Common Front soldiers. That's going to get Kovanen caught in the fray. And as they launch these missiles, you feel a shake as that EMP goes off and shuts all of you down. And the missiles slam down on everybody.
As the shells come down and crash into the Deliverance soldiers, the Common Front soldiers, and Kovanen. Kovanen, assailed by the siege, just sends a song to the matchmaker.
So it's just a bunch of damage. What doesn't get blown up immediately charges in and self-destructs. All of the Deliverance mechs who are martyrs charge in, grab what isn't destroyed, and will self-destruct to take out the entire Common Front. It's an absolute massacre. You're all shut down, but Kovanen does destroy the Deliverance commander in one hit. Quinn will just get out of her mech because it's been completely shut down and rushed through the battlefield. What do the rest of you do? I don't think it matters, but if you want to try and do something, you can.
Yeah, I am gonna do something. Which one of us has the matchmaker?
All of you have printed out matchmakers and put them in...
I'm jury-rigging it to my cold core.
Yeah, nice. So you are able to power up your mech in this moment. Gets to Kovanen's mech, which has taken serious damage. The commander is destroyed. The commander has blown up and is smashing at the hull of her mech. As the remaining Deliverance soldiers are slaughtering, destroying the Common Front, trying to get her out. As Quinn manages to break open the cockpit, Kovanen's life signs are failing, and she just passes her dog tags, kisses her, and says something to her. Quinn's eyes widen as Kovanen activates her repulsor field and throws Quinn. However, it's supposed to be several feet for a mech. It's across the entire map for a human person.
So when she hits that velocity, Sylvia will react and move. Assuming I've got my mech kind of jury-rigged at this point, jump up to catch Quinn so she doesn't just break her head on the ground.
Yep. And then Kovanen will charge in and make sure and blow up her own mech to make sure all of the Deliverance soldiers die. Victory for the Common Front.
Alright. So shit's exploding right now.
Yep.
I forget. Did Hyrule give me a thing recently?
Yeah.
Alright, so I think seeing Sylvia run across the battlefield, initially Moonriver flew out to try and help and got EMP'd.
Yeah.
But I think at this point she's managed to jury-rig this thing enough that it stands up.
Yeah.
It can't float.
Sylvia will actually throw on burst communications and say, patch the matchmaker's power source over to your cold core.
Yeah, power the mech.
And just
matchmaker.
Basically letting you all know, hey, you can use it as a backup battery for a short term.
Mm-hmm.
Until the mech reboots normally.
Alright, so even still, the Moonriver has taken a lot of damage at this point. It's going to stomp out in front of
And Siege
Sylvia.
Weapon is still falling, so just narratively, if you do something, your mech, you probably have to trade your mech for whatever cool thing you're about to do.
Yep, so at this point, I'm going to use the thing I never use, Oasis Wall, which is I can only move in straight lines, but I create a holographic trail behind me as you move, creating a light barrier of contiguous sections the same size as your mech. So if you want to use this as cover, you know, this is a 0.5 or a half-size mech, so like not the best cover, but it is enough to shield at least a little bit from the blasts.
That should at least keep like Quinn from not getting annihilated by Siege Weaponry since she jumped out of her mech and ran across a battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably anybody else who actually gets out physically out of their mech, like for example, any common front soldiers who are, by the way, potting out of their mechs because they are not here to die, will be shielded by this. So they will lose way less. They will lose way less people in this. But Isadora, you shield all these people from getting immediately obliterated by missile bombardment. But your mech does go down.
I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So, first off, Oasis Wall gives me 2 heat in the first place.
Oh no, Red.
In order to make as much of a barrier as possible, I boost.
Oh no! Gotta go fast.
And then I overcharge.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d6 plus 4.
Oh no, it's too hot. Getting too hot. Too hot.
So that's 8.
Jesus Christ, Rip. Isadora is just melting. I'm gonna start deleting all of.
And that's a double 1.
I'm gonna start deleting all of these Deliverance soldiers because they are self-destructing and getting
I think that, like, literally at the beginning of your next turn, that would mean your mech self-destructs.
Yeah, your mech
Yep.
is just done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So as the bombs start to fall, you just see the Moon River heat up more and more, and then it just kind of vanishes in the explosions that ensue.
Yeah. As soon as the EMP fades, the Quinn's mech's eyes will light up, right? Because Null will take over the mech. But yeah, you've saved a lot. Basically, I will not be deleting every Common Front soldier because I'm going to assume with that Isadora saves way more Common Front soldiers than Deliverance thought they would be able to take out. But all of the Deliverance soldiers are out. They've self-destructed in an attempt. Some Common Front soldiers did get killed, unfortunately. Some were taken down in the blast. The barrage was just too much to not. But with her...
Do we know the direction that ordnance was being dropped from?
Yeah, I mean, it was being dropped from here. Like, from the mechs on the field. They bombarded themselves.
So the Adolith, was that launched with Arshcraft in it?
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and make my call here that this is the point where Sylvia using the matchmaker calls up to the Adolith and basically goes, "Hey, you know that apocalypse rail we stuck on the Alicelin? Fire it there."
Yep.
And you get the Roger Roger. It takes a couple minutes. I think somebody was probably in the smaller ship. I think Gillian probably gotten that because, you know, the situation could have been bad, so it doesn't take too long.
Mm-hmm. Null comes over to you, Sylvia, as the Adolith starts the Adolith fires in, makes the path, right, and comes in. Null holds out the mech, holds out the hand, right? Null in the mech holds out the hand for Quinn.
Sylvia turns her over to Null.
Yeah, Null slides Quinn back. Quinn is a mess, and then goes over and just picks up the spear from Kovanen's destroyed mech, and just leaves. Like, just gets on the Adolith. Kovanen is dead.
No point in staying around here.
But the Common Front won. The Common Front declares victory. And Quinn streamed the whole thing. The first thing she does, the moment she gets on the mech, is patch into the broader internet and show everybody Deliverance murdering the Black Sheep Kovanen. And then she just says, I need some time. And she just leaves. Within moments, you get a comms, basically, that that worked. The revolt's, well, nobody's happy about that. It's actually Freya who has to make the call, and she is very torn up about this, Bryn, because that was not what they wanted at all. But it did work. Everybody is outraged. Way more people than they thought would break off from Deliverance broke off because they just literally betrayed and murdered the Black Sheep Kovanen. So Deliverance is in utter disarray. They have sabotaged the Death Scythe. Get here as soon as you can. We've got other GMs who have turns that they need to take, but the Death Scythe isn't fucking going anywhere. And yeah, so that ends this incredibly sad session. Does anybody you get on the Aetolith? Yeah, it's bad.
You know what? There is one last thing Sylvia's going to do. For closure's sake, she is going to try and find the remains of Kovanen's mech.
Yeah, it's there. The mech is there. The Jenner is there. I mean, it's just,
she's gonna salvage it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, like, it's destroyed to the point where, like, she's dead, right? There's a mess in there, unfortunately, but she took out the last Deliverance with her, right? Yeah.
So when Sylvia finds this mech, she's gonna salvage whatever parts of it that can't be lifted and
enough to put back together the Saladin, the Yorn, Kovanen's mech.
Yeah, like there's more than enough there. She's actually gonna specifically salvage that, and she's going to basically. She doesn't know how the Ashai deal with burial, but there's not enough there to bury, given that was a nuclear fucking blast at close range. So she is going to whatever's left in the cockpit, cremate it.
Yeah.
And kind of sit for a while by herself, and...
Well, it is getting pretty hot here, but because they didn't kill as many people as they thought, the Common Front is able to hold this area long enough for Sylvia to do this.
Like, this is a... I mean, like, we've established a Deliverance army is just fucked, and their artillery had an Apocalypse Rail launched on their position.
So
I'm presuming that, like, hostilities in the immediate area are done. When I say that.
When Kovanen self-destructed and destroyed those remnants there, and then the Apocalypse Rail hit, I do want you to know that the Final Fantasy X-2 victory fanfare played automatically.
Yeah. Sylvia just holds a little vigil and takes the parts that she can and leaves.
So Bryn, Freya will just give you a feed. You can, and everybody, the Hex Girls, a feed. Deliverance worlds are just going into complete revolt. They're just raiding the mansions, pulling the leaders up out of the mansions, like the lords out of the mansions, pulling them out into the streets. This was an outrage. Basically, all of the Common Front, yeah, they're on, and this is considered a breach of the NEP. The NEP agreement wasn't over, so Boundless can come in on the side of the Common Front, and the Nimish as well. Deliverance has everybody in the universe against them on this. And their own worlds even are turning against them. So, you're in the Aetolith. In the Aetolith, whatever you two do, tell me what you do after you get back in the Aetolith.
Bryn sits in his mech for a good probably 10 minutes until after everyone else filters out of the bay. And then he gets out of his mech, he pulls out a shotgun, and he blasts that fucking speaker off of your mech. So it never plays that fucking song again.
Yeah, that song will
he
never be done
he is
again.
absolutely furious. He is so angry he cannot talk.
Yep.
And he just stands there, just like in the center of the bay, just like seething, because he is so incredibly mad at this stupid teenage girl who just killed herself that he can't think straight.
Yep.
And he can't talk to Quinn about it, obviously. Yeah. So he is just he's never been more angry in his life right now.
Quinn is just as upset. If anybody tries to contact her, She can't be reached on the comms at all.
He doesn't. He tells everyone to not.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
I mean, I don't think anyone is at this
Lyra,
point.
what do you do?
Alice had to step out for a second to the restroom.
Okay.
Real sick,
Isadora,
quick
what do
then.
you do?
Well, here's the thing. So,
Yeah,
after
your
the
mech
mission,
blew up. I mean, how do we get you back on there?
well, that's the thing. The captain's probably at the bay when everybody's coming on. Counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it.
Oh no, Isadora's just AWOL. Well, we'll deal with that when we can deal with that. In the mech bay, Quinn like just gets out of takes her mech into the mech bay, right after the side mech bay where she keeps her mechs, all of her mechs, because she has that as this auxiliary mech bay right on the Adolith. There's another mech there that wasn't there before, and Quinn looks up at this weird mech with a frown. How did it get here? And Noel says, there it is. There's my body. My original true body. And it leaves the Jenner and goes into this mech. A Lich.
It's just like before, Noel says from the Lich. Once again. Once again. Noel's voice is morose. Feelings from the NHP. Quinn frowns slightly at what Noel is saying, moves over to whatever this is, makes her way into the cockpit. She settles into the chair, fitted perfect for her, and looks down at the console where she sees a note that reads, "You're gonna need this." The Lich leaps to life the moment she sits down, and the words, "But the future refused to change," appear on the screen. Before Quinn can respond to that, the Lich sunders out of time, and it automatically heads back out to the battlefield. Quinn spends the next very long time learning the controls of the Lich, and then trying to rewind time back to before Kovanen's death, over and over and over again, as she listens to Kovanen's second voicemail, which is detailed in an attached pilot log after this. Eventually, Quinn just burns out all of her energy and is just too exhausted to continue, and Noel's voice announces gently from the mech.
The future is waiting, Sirach, and the Lich winks outside of time. And if anybody tries to contact Quinn until the start of the next combat mission, all you get is an automated response of, "The show must go on. See you next mission." She's not in her room. She's not with the lead. She's not anywhere anyone can locate her. That ends the session.